Hey, welcome back. Yeah, I'm so distracted by this lake thing that I haven't even mentioned the gosh dang wedding is next week, next Saturday. I think that's good to be like, I think this is what normal people do and why they don't obsess about events because they have a million events. Like, oh, we're taking the kids to soccer practice, and then we gotta go to the PTA meeting, and then we gotta go to work. And like they're just constantly doing stuff that they don't have time to be anxious because they're like, oh, I got to think about the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. But for me, I'm just like, well, I'm getting better at it, but it's just like, oh, I have this one event next month, and that's all I have to think about. It's just this event. um, but now I am getting better because, for instance, I haven't even really thought about the wedding this week because I've just been thinking about the lake thing that I have to do. Um, so like instead of obsessing about one event, I'm like half obsessing about one and then half later. It feels better, like it's helping me to have more events to do, and you don't just obsess about one. I feel like that makes sense, right? Um, so yeah, uh, I'm doing a lot of social media stuff now. I created an Instagram. It's called Social Anxiety Gaming 77. I guess because the other ones were taken. And I'm like on the Facebook group with the besties, and I'm doing it. So Instagram is like a big thing. I never had an Instagram before. Um, so on the Instagram, there's this one person who's from our group who's doing like the social anxiety challenge for 5 days, I think. And every day you have to do a social anxiety thing. The first day was. So let's go over the first day. It was to list 5 words that describe you, and then ask 5 people for a word to describe you. That's pretty hard. So I asked my parents, I asked my brother, I asked someone from work, and I asked someone from church. And I think it's a good exercise to try to be personal and vulnerable with people and be like, hey, describe me in a word. Part of it does feel kind of narcissistic because it's like, hey, be nice to me, say a nice word for me, and then I won't say a nice word for you. But it's okay because I never do that. So it's like, oh, this is the one time Anthony's doing this. So it's fine. It felt fine. Kind of. As fine as I could feel about anything like that. So I did it. And my mom just texted me today the word that I didn't, she didn't text me. Today's Wednesday. Day 1 was Monday. And I talked about it in a vlog, so I won't talk about it too much now, the words. But I didn't talk about my mom's word because she just texted me today. And she said integrity. So that was interesting. My dad said humble, and my mom said integrity. That's really interesting. I think that I talk about this a lot with my therapist, that like I'm not afraid, but just like I don't want to be myself. That doesn't seem right. I don't want to try to like talk to my parents Because, like, I'm afraid of shattering that expectation they have of me. And I know that they wouldn't care because they're really good people. And they'd be like, no, we just want to meet you. We want to know who you are. We don't care about our perception of you. But my mom thinks I have integrity. And so if I told her that, like, I cursed, she'd be like, oh no, you don't have integrity anymore. My perception of you has been shattered. Or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, if I show them my real self, I like that they think of me that way, that I have integrity and that I'm humble. Like, those are really good qualities to have, and I don't want to not be humble around them and ruin that. Does that make sense? Did I clean that wall? Did I clean that wall? Kind of makes sense to me now. Why I should bring that up to the therapist and be like, you were right. That's why I don't want to be different around my parents, because in my mind, I guess I kind of knew that that's what they thought about me. And I don't want them to not think that about me, because it makes me feel good. For them to think like I'm this moral paragon of virtue and humility. That's really nice that they think that about me. Those are like two of the nicest words. Integrity. Wow. That's the word you picked for me? That's so nice, Mom. What's the word I would pick for my mom? Yeah, it'd probably be like caring or something. Yeah, I don't know. She cares about other people a lot, and that's like her best quality, so. Maybe I try to think of a better word. She cares for kids, she cares for me, she cares for her dad, her parents, her family, her friends. She has a lot of friends, unlike me. I guess that apple fell and someone picked it up and threw it. It fell kind of far from the tree. Yeah, she's always helping her friends and being nice to people, so. Anyway, this is about me, not her. Am I done? Oh, the gutters. Okay, that's one. Day 2 was take a selfie in public, which is hard because I've only ever taken one selfie. And that was the one for the dating profile thing. And that was inside. And yeah, taking a selfie outside is really hard because there's people there and they'll be like, oh, who's this idiot? It's like a teenage girl taking a picture of himself. I've always been self-conscious about people seeing me, kind of like viewing me. I remember when I was in school, I never wanted people to see me checking my hair in the mirror. So like I would try to sneak it. I've mentioned this before. Like I would look in weird places. Like I would look in a calculator to look at my hair, or like I'd look at my shadow and be like, just try to sneaky about it. Let's finish this house today. Yeah, let's just finish this house today, and then we'll start the next one tomorrow. And the next one, I haven't played the next level, so I don't know what it is. Because I want to savor it for the Let's Play. Yeah, so I took a picture. I mean, I didn't do a great job because I took it... The idea is like you're supposed to take it where there are a lot of people and stuff, but I took it in my where the garbage cans are in my apartment complex, because like it's kind of public. There's people there. They could be people there. There wasn't anybody there. I mean, I made sure of that. I waited until there was nobody there, but there could have been people coming. There wasn't, but there could have been, but there wasn't. Come on, what more do you want? Do I really have to get like in behind here? Okay. And day 3 today, you have to give a stranger a compliment, which is really hard because I didn't leave my house today. I guess maybe if I was doing a really good job, I would like just go on a walk until I met somebody and be like, hey, nice shoes. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. It's too hard. So what I did was I gave my mom a compliment, which is like kind of cheating, but also I never really give my mom compliments, so and she deserves them. Which one am I missing? There's a post around here. Is it this one? Is it this one? Where is it? Ah. Oh, there it is. Nice. Yeah. Look at this. And he gets the roof. Okay, cool. So now what we're gonna do is career mode. I guess we'll start with a dirt bike, and then we'll do this playground, because this playground's huge. $600. Okay. This shouldn't take that long, right? Okay, so this is... I'm gonna do 7 videos today. So yeah, how are you? What's up with you? Anybody watching? Dalton, how you doing? I appreciate Dalton. He still comments, even though he's like super busy with stuff. Once in a while, he'd be like, "Hey, I'm still here." I'm like, "Thank you. You're so cool." Anyway, see you tomorrow.